Welcome to the Virtual Ball Boys Football League podcast. My name is Chris, and I am joined once again by my good friend, Matt. Jesus Christ.
Good morning.
Was not expecting that. Not quite expecting that. I got I almost jumped a little bit. It was just like I was not expecting the sound of a kazoo.
You're welcome.
But there you go. So welcome everyone. This is if you are all keeping track, 4 months later.
Yes.
For week number 8.
Listen, look. I moved.
Yes.
In the past few months, I was finishing school. I got cast in a musical. Like shit is bumping right now.
Yeah.
But it's all good shit. We're doing great.
Yeah.
Really hoping to get back to like doing everything soon.
Sure. Well,
with Table Party, with Dr. Shane, with our regular VBB stuff. I think the only thing we'd be consistent on is our monthly gaming coop.
Pretty much. Well, that just has an easy schedule overall. You know that we were able to meet those expectations there. But yeah, I am. Yeah, it's been a bit of a whirlwind the last few months. Graduating, then family had some personal health issues that we had to deal with, but everything's good. Everything's fine. I don't want to worry anyone. And then and then overall, I've just been kind of just vibing ever since then.
Yep.
And then seeing if we can get recording scheduled. Obviously, yes, the coop has been the more consistent thing, but ultimately, Virtual Ball Boys, there's just been so much time that we really wanted to focus on things that we missed in the off season that we didn't really get a chance to sit down with the football league. And also the football league is just a lot of energy overall. We have to come up with things on the spot and scenarios. So it was just one of those things where when the time was right, we'd come back to it. And now we are here. We have returned, and we are going to go through the final week. It is the final week of the regular season for Virtual Ball Boys Football League. So that means we have like 3 episodes left to film with this for this season before we go into the off season for this league and kind of retool it and figure out what is the future of VBBFL. So what does today have in store for us? So similar to last week, when I say last week, I mean 4 months ago, we had it where it was a kind of we started out with the West and finished with the East. This week, we're going to be starting with the East, hitting both of those matchups, and then going with the West. And ultimately, today's games are going to decide what the placement is for the next for the playoffs. Who's going to end up being first through fourth? And as far as I could tell, Matt, there's nothing really locked in. I think for the most part, we have an idea of like the range of where teams could go.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone is locked into a seed per se right now.
Yeah. So here's the scope.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? I don't have any information on overall point totals because, unlike doing the sensible thing and like adding them up and writing that number down somewhere for their point totals, I just do it once and then figure it out from there. So I got to keep doing it every week. It's fine. Well, I will learn from my mistakes. Maybe. So in the East, Suffolk and Forest Hills are the two who have the ability to get their number 1 seed. If Suffolk wins this first game, it's over. They get the get the first seed, and they'll get to play whoever. Probably, if they beat Naples, they will play Naples again immediately in the playoffs.
Yeah.
However, if Naples pulls off the upset, then it goes to Portsmouth and Forest Hills, where Forest Hills, if they're able to win and surpass Suffolk's point total, as well as Suffolk losing, then Forest Hills gets the chance to be the first seed. Otherwise, Forest Hills is pretty much locked into their that second seed, and then Portsmouth can be either third or fourth seed, depending on if they win or lose. Over in the West, where it comes to Brookings and Wauwatosa can still overtake for that third seed if they're able to beat Brookings and beat them by a significant margin, which Brookings overall has low scores versus Tosa, who has relatively higher scores. Like, Tosa loses a lot, but Tosa scores a lot of points. So I could see them, if Wauwatosa wins, they will likely jump Brookings and get that third seed. If Brookings wins, they will also get that third seed. However, there is a possibility Brookings could also get into the second seed if they score enough points to overtake the loser of Ketchikan or Provo. If Brookings ends up winning, because it's 4-3, 4-3, and 3-4. So Brookings is not out of second seed yet. Brookings still has the chance to be a home team in the playoffs, which is nuts.
Yeah, and I will say Brookings is the only team to have defeated our one-loss Suffolk Nutfellows.
Yes, there you go.
So it's interesting.
They have the opportunity. Ketchikan and Provo here will both get the chances to if they win, whichever one of these teams wins will get the number one overall spot in the West. Will face either Tosa or Brookings, whoever loses. There. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it's exciting. We're coming to a conclusion, and I just want to forgive us, everyone who is listening, if anyone has been listening in terms of, keeping track of how we do our storylines. It's been 4 fucking months, so we're not going to probably remember all of our bits, but we'll try our best. And again, like, just bear with us today as we kind of get back into the swing of things. But regardless, let us just jump right into it. All right, we're gonna start with that number one team basically in the league at the moment. That is, of course, the Suffolk Nutfellows, who are sitting strong at 6-1. There is a chance here that Forest Hills could pass them if they were to lose to Naples Astrogators here. But there's also a very likely shot that Suffolk goes into the playoffs here as the team to beat. And then, what about Naples here? Naples, they're 2-5, and like you said, Matt, they could maybe pass the Submarines if they get the win today, but we'll see what happens. Exciting things ahead. Now, how we do this usually is that you go road team, right?
Yes.
All right. So I will be playing the role of the Suffolk Nutfellows today. I have to remember how to roll everything again. And then we have to remember the kicking rules as well.
Yes. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so the kicking, just a reminder, if we have a really successful first roll, that means that if we fail the second roll, we'll have a chance for a field goal. But if we do not succeed out of our first roll, and then fail again, that is no dice. You're not in field goal range. You will have to kick it back to the other team, hypothetically. And so that's the rules that we have in place right now. I don't think that there was anything more to that, though, right? There was that.
No,
it was just really that like that's how you get into field goal range.
I think these kicking rules are great. We just need to actually remember them.
Exactly. All right. We'll keep it in mind. Keep it in the back of my head. Suffolk Nutfellows. Let's get it going. We're in the Legend of Zelda universe, by the way. If we're going to use that at all, we may not use it. Who fucking cares at this point? Let's go. Suffolk Nutfellows will start on offense, I think.
I thought I usually started.
Do you?
But we can change. We can change that up today if you want.
You know what? You probably have a better memory than me, so you go first.
Okay.
I'll start on defense.
All right. So my offensive role, I did the wrong control.
It's
So
kind of like
my
baseball now that I think about it, like where the road
yeah,
team starts
road team goes first.
Yes, yeah, I got
So my home computer has control on the left side and the function key on the right side, like on the bottom row all the way to the left.
Sure.
Or my home one does. My work computer has them flipped, which is annoying as hell because my finger sometimes goes to control in the wrong spot sometimes, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Starting off with an offense roll of 11.
That's a nifty fucking roll right there.
That's very middling.
But that will not top my 16.
Nope. Okay, so disadvantage going for my ball handling check will leave me with a 7.
Okay. And then, but that's a 6, so you got a touchdown.
That's a 6. All right, so by the skin of his teeth, Bandit Keith gets behind center. And Krieg passes the ball back to him. And Bandit Keith is looking. Who's open? But Scout. And Scout just chugged his Criticola, which I think is what his thing is called. Oh, Criticola. Okay, I get it now. And Scout is just like he's fucking booking it for the end zone. He gets it nice and easy. Touchdown. We're gonna come in for the kick. We're gonna have Bobby Hill because of course I always have to start out with Bobby Hill. And Bobby whiffs it.
Oh no!
It's a big darn it, Bobby. Gotta say that because he missed it, and now Luke Kane will get a chance later on. Yeah. But he always got to start out with Bobby, see if he's able to succeed or not, and he did not do it this time.
There you go. All right.
This is worse than the time that Bobby suggested that coal was better than propane.
Okay. I don't know these references. I trust you.
You know how Hank Hill sells propane and propane accessories.
I did not know that at all.
You did not? Okay.
Nah, I don't know. The only thing I know about King of the Hill is that it was a parody of like conservatives in like backwoods fucking.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. That's the only thing I know about it.
Back when conservatives weren't the most deplorable people.
That's debatable, but let's keep going.
I mean, the word's culty, at least.
yeah, I guess. All right. Let us see. Let's have the Suffolk Nutfellows now go on offense. Now, of course, I should explain what we're doing, just because it's been a bit, and for people who might be joining who are new. Essentially, I'm rolling on offense, so that is a 9, and what Matt's about to do is roll his defensive roll and see if he can do better than me.
-2.
Okay, so that means I do have advantage here.
Yep.
And I now will be rolling it twice to see if I can get a better roll. Oh, but that's a natural 1, so I automatically fail. 1. So this was a poor way to start trying to explain things.
You get advantage.
Oh, I do.
Which means you roll it twice.
That's right. Thank you. And that's a nat 20.
There you go. Now, something that is important, though. I'm going to roll mine just in case. Something that's important, though. That's a 14. That's a pretty good roll. Yeah. Is our injury rules, which how they work is if any team, not just in a game, but any team rolls 3 natural 1s, a player gets injured.
Yep.
And their stats are removed from the team. It's very exciting when it happens. Chris, you get the touchdown, though. What happens?
I do get the touchdown. Let's see. Dark Samus is going to... I mean, this was just a beautiful play. I think that it took a little bit for Dark Samus to get it out of her hands, or their hands, I guess. Dark Samus is a non-binary.
I believe it is like a non-human entity, yeah.
Yeah. They throw it high and deep into the end zone, and it is caught by Knights.
There you go.
Right in the end zone. Toe drag swag, as they almost fall down, but just get it into the end zone for a touchdown. Now, I need to get our Jet Set Radio guy, who I forget the name of. Jet, I think is actually the name of it. of them. Hold on. Or beat. Excuse me. Apologies. And beat's stat is their ball handling stat is a 5. So I will now type that in to see if we can get a good field goal. That's a 17, so that is an extra point.
There you go.
It's as long as it's above a 10, that's how we get the extra point.
Yes.
All right. So Suffolk in the lead. Naples now back on offense. This is now, so these are split up into 3 turns per quarter. So this is the end of the first quarter. Naples getting started here.
That's a 21 on offense.
Not bad. Not bad. That is a dirty 20. So you
all right.
You do get advantage.
Advantage on ball handling will lend me with a 5. Woo!
Oh, yikes. Okay. But that is a second natural 1 for me. So
all right.
you're in good shape right now.
All right. Ash Ketchum this time is going to come out, and he is going to grab his. They got a soccer ball from Rocket League, right? So he's going to grab it and he's going to throw it like a Pokeball, and it actually bounces off of Zoidberg's head. Because Ash mistook him for a Krabby for a second. But it bonks off his head, but the ball's still alive, and then Dick Johnson catches it and then flops into the end zone for a touchdown.
He just flippity floppity.
Yep, Dick Johnson flops all over the place.
There you go.
All right, so Liu Kane is going to come in for the kick this time, and it is just barely a success.
There you go. And
it doinked, but it went in.
Yeah, there you go. Works out. Regardless. All right. 13-7. Suffolk Nutfellows down after the first quarter here. Will they be able to come back? We'll see. I mean, you still got 3 quarters here. Let's see. Start of the second quarter now. Their second go at it in the game. Let's see how things start out for them. That's a 17 to start things out.
Not too bad. That is a 10.
Okay. And now rolling with advantage. That is once again a 17.
And that is an 11. I should mention we did not say the stats of these teams. So
for
Naples has a +5 on offense, a -5 on defense, and a 0 in ball handling. So it's good added to each of the checks, where Suffolk has a 0 offense, 3 defense, -3 ball handling.
And we also and also just the dice rolls are 1d20. So just
just our d20s.
D20s. So if anyone is curious about that. All right. But yeah, so Suffolk scores. We're gonna say this time we'll have Dark Samus hand it off to, let's do Wacko. Wacko kind of stumbles, fumbles, knocks into some pots, has some rupees drop or whatever the fuck they're called. Is it rupees?
Rupees, yeah.
Okay,
same
cool.
as the currency of India.
Nice. Okay. And then even though he is now concussed because of the fact that he's run into so many pots, but he still falls into the end zone, gets the score. Everything is fine. Maybe shouldn't joke about concussions in a football game, but you know what? We're here now. We have to say in it. Let us see how Beat does with their roll. And it is another 17. So that is 2 successful kicks from Beat. And we are 14-13. So a back and forth thus far. Naples, their last turn of the first half.
All right, they gotta get something going. At least a stop or like something with their kick, so that they can catch up. Because that missed kick is gonna come back to bite them. That's a 16.
And that's a 5.
Ooh, that was close. All right, so with advantage gives me a 16.
And that's a 14, so success.
All right. Okay, so You know what? Naples doesn't really have a lot, too much to lose. Preston Garvey's going to get the handoff and can easily make the touchdown here using his fancy Fallout stuff. I don't know enough about him to be more clever than that,
Sure,
but
sure.
he uses fancy Fallout stuff to make it into the end zone for that football touchdown, and to try to tie it up or get to a place where they could potentially tie it. Naples is going to go for 2. So to go for 2, I roll an offensive roll on disadvantage, and then Chris will roll his defensive roll, and we'll see how that plays out. I'm going to go with a 12.
And that is a 22.
So they do not succeed. Zoidberg gets totally stopped. He gets handed the ball, and then he sees he sees Chaos, and he tries to like snip at Chaos, but Chaos is like a water creature. So Zoidberg gets kind of freaked out and just goes whoop 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 away.
There you go. All right, so that's 19-14. Final play of final drive of the first half here from Suffolk Nutfellows. And that starts out with a 15.
That is a natural 20.
Okay, so Suffolk doesn't get the score here.
No.
So yeah, it's Stark Samus is going to go back to pass, try to find, let's say Riala, but as Dark Samus is about to throw, let's say, we'll say that Sato Kaiba leaps up into the air, tips the ball, and then Dio Brando ends up catching it for an interception, ultimately putting Suffolk Nutfellows behind to start the second half of the game. 19-14 is your halftime score.
All right, and it's perfect. That combination was perfect because Kaiba doesn't believe in magical bullshit, despite when it directly happens to him. So
Yeah.
it just that magic shit just didn't work on him.
Yeah, there you go. And now we start the second half.
Let's do it.
Naples Astralgators. Here we go.
What can they do? It's going to be a 13 on offense.
That is a dirty 20.
All right. Giving me disadvantage is going to leave me with a 6. I hope you're happy.
Well, we know that the Nuts are very, very happy right now. That's a 10.
True. All right. Suffolk makes the stop.
Yep.
Now, can they capitalize on it?
What happens?
Oh yes. Bandit Keith. He's going to, he gets distracted. Arctizold is playing defense. He's staring at that thing, and he doesn't understand how it was made. This force of nature that is impossible to quantify, and he's just staring at it for so long that he just gets tackled.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Never seen anything like it before.
You know what? There's a lot of weird things that you see when you play in this league, and you have to be prepared for it. But clearly, he was not in this in this scenario. All right, it is time for Suffolk Nutfellows to see if they could get back into the swing of things. They'll start out with a 15 on their first roll.
That's going to be a dirty 1 from me.
Okay. Let's see what happens here. Whoops. Rolling. For advantage, it's 13.
That is a 0.
All right. Nothing. The Nuffic Suckfellows.
Nuffic Suckfellows.
The Suffolk Nutfellows, they get the score here. Let's say this time we'll have Dark Samus gonna hand it off to Amachow. Amachow is gonna kind of fly, like slightly hover as the defensive players are trying to like tackle them. They are dodging it, flying out of the way, and ultimately they fly enough to get into the end zone with no issues whatsoever. And now let's see if Beat can I have a decision to make here.
Ooh.
Do I want to go for 2 now because I already have the lead.
Yes.
Regardless, so do I
And
want
you
to
want
go?
to try to put it out of field goal range?
Put it, yeah. I mean, it's still in field goal range though, but it would be
Yeah.
enough to be like to tie. You know what? I think right now it might be a little too early to play too
All
cute.
right.
So I'm gonna just go roll normally, and that is a 22. So I'm
It's
cool
good.
with that. That is a 21. There you go. 21-19. Bless you. Naples is their turn at the end of the third quarter. They are now
End of the third. Give me that 22.
All right, and that is a 16, so advantage.
All right. Using it with a 17.
And that is a 10. So
Perfect. All right, Zoidberg gets some redemption, but there's a fumble. Zoidberg fumbles it, and actually Zach ends up picking it up, but then Zach fumbles it again, and he didn't just fall and get on the ground like he should have. So Zoidberg's able to actually pick it back up and just stabs it, pinches it with his claws, and he's able to easily take it. No one's able to kind of get their hands on it after that, and he's able to get him for the touchdown.
There you go.
Let's kick a field goal with Luke Kane.
Fumbling.
Yep. Kick a field goal with Luke Kane. That just barely misses. It is a little bit right. That was a 9. Ooh. Not good kicking. Kicking is what's going to hurt Naples the most today.
Yeah, and Naples only has one more turn here, as Suffolk also has 2 chances to kind of take the lead in this final quarter here. But it is a close game, so anything can happen here. Let's see how Suffolk does on their next turn. That is a 9.
All right.
Things off.
That's a 14. Naples is actually able to give disadvantage.
Okay. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to. What is happening? Can I just the Discord is not letting me copy my my roll for some reason, but I got it. So that is a 10 either way.
Chris, have you been doing the -3 for ball handling?
No, I've not. I just realized that.
Well, I don't think that changes a ton of things, but we'll just roll with it.
Yeah, let me see here. I could double check that.
Okay.
Real quick. I mean, so the between 13 and 3, that would have been a 10 for advantage, and that was 0, so no, they would have scored there. Let's see. Then the next time I rolled for advantage, hold on. I have to see if I can find it again. Would have been 15, so that would have been good. I think
we're okay.
I think we're okay overall.
Yeah.
But for this one, that means I'm at 7.
Yes. And that is also a 7. However, that does go to the runner.
Yes, that goes to the offensive. So that means Suffolk barely gets it. It is a contested catch situation here where Dark Samus throws it up in the air, and it's a battle between, let's say, Knights and the cornerback of Sato Kaiba. And the two of them bounce up into the air, and Knights just brings it down, lands in the end zone. It looked very, very close, but Knights is the one that ultimately grabs it. Has a little bit more height than Sato Kaiba in that scenario, and that ultimately puts Suffolk Nutfellows ahead again. Now let's see if I think we could just kick it for this scenario here. We'll see if Beats can do it. That is a natural 20.
Oh, baby.
And ultimately, there you go. 28-23. 5 here. All right. This is the final hurrah for Naples Astrogators. If they can at least get something here, they can keep the game alive going into the final drive.
Yes, they can. They got a 12 for offense. Not the best.
All right. That's +3. That's a 9, so advantage.
All right. Gives advantage. At least gets a field goal try. That's only going to be an 8, though.
But that's a 7.
All right,
so
they
you got
did
the
it.
touchdown.
They did it. Bandit Keith just scouts a tale as old as time for this team. They're one bright spot in this very, very struggling year. They were able to complete it for the touchdown. What does that make the score now with those 6 points?
So the score as of this point is 31-28.
Okay. They're just going to go for the field goal at this point. Lucane's going to come up. Lucane finally hits it after a miss. And now all that Naples needs to do is prevent a touchdown.
All right. It all comes down to this for Suffolk. Trying to keep their one-loss season alive on this one. That is a 4. Oh, excuse me. That's a 11, actually.
That's an 11 versus my 5, though. So you do get advantage.
Advantage. So that's a 9.
That is a 14.
So Suffolk is held, and Naples is going to pull the upset here.
Yeah, you can still, if you'd like for differential purposes, still try to kick a field goal, you may. Which is important, I think, for Forest Hills. So I would.
Is that a thing though? Because I feel like we haven't done that before.
Sorry, not differential, but point total.
No. I understand what you're saying, but like, I don't think that we've had it where someone goes for the touchdown in the second try and then goes for a field goal. Like we haven't done that before.
Yes, we have. That was the whole point of the field goal. If you miss the touchdown, you get to try the field goal.
I thought. Oh, hold on. I'm so confused. So I had advantage.
Yes,
okay.
you had advantage
I'm
just now.
sorry. Okay, I'm thinking
and you failed that
here.
roll.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Then.
So now you get to try. Now you get to try for the field goal.
Yeah, even though it does not really matter, but 21 is going to at least close the gap at the end here. But I digress. It is the Naples Astrogators that come out with the victory over the Suffolk Nutfellows. There you go.
What a season. This is Suffolk's first time losing without getting shut out. Fun fact.
Well, it's their first time losing in like 4 or 5 weeks in general.
Oh, no.
But yeah, so now the door opens here for Forest Hills to potentially get past Suffolk, barring whatever the point situation is. And it also puts Portsmouth in an interesting scenario where they are at risk of maybe falling to 4th place if they can't beat Forest Hills here. And so, very interesting scenario. Suffolk is still going to end up with at least the second best record in the league, so nothing to necessarily be upset about there, but it is still not where you kind of want things to be at for your team, where you don't want to go into the playoffs with a loss. That just leaves a bitter taste in your mouth overall. It should be noted, Suffolk Nutfellows beat the Naples Astrogators 28-10 in their first meeting, so this is definitely a much different story on all accounts here. All right, now let's get to that East matchup: Forest Hills versus Portsmouth. I get to clear my ones that I've written down here, so I no longer have to worry about that for now. The Forest Hills Mothmen sitting at offense of 6, defense of -4, ball handling -2, and then Portsmouth Submarines offense of 2, defense -8, ball handling +6. We are basing this football game in the Paper Mario universe. And I will get to start on offense. It has a 4, so not a good start.
That is a 7 for me.
All right.
I expect this to be a high-scoring game because both have pretty bad defenses.
Right. That was disadvantage. So that
Yep.
is a 7.
Nope. That is a natural 1, my friend.
Oh no, I didn't see that. All right.
Doesn't matter for me. I got a dirty 1, but the natural 1's an automatic failure.
That is correct. So yeah, Portsmouth is gonna start things off. Kelsey's just coming in here rolling her own
dice.
Her own dice. Well, you know what? That's totally fair. That's totally valid. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. I had to pull up the Portsmouth roster here. So that's Brock Sampson, who I completely forget what even show he's from at this point.
He's from the Venture Bros.
The Venture Bros. Okay. So then Brock Sampson, he is going to look to pass, but is going to automatically, just out of the gate, is going to be sacked. And that will be from, hold on, trying to get the other names out here. Skulker. There you go. Skulker's just going to just fucking demolish him.
Perfect.
Maybe the only person on that defense that could match the size of Brock Sampson.
Yes.
Or tower over him on that front. But it is now Forest Hills' shot at it.
All right, let's see what happens. Good offense stat here.
Versus a very bad defensive stat.
Going to start out with a 21.
That's Nate.
All right. All right, 6 and 0, so I'll take the 6 with advantage.
And that is a 9.
All right, Portsmouth gets the stop. We're gonna go for a field goal, however.
Yes.
Sanji's gonna come out, see if he can get some points on the board. And he indeed does. Not the most beautiful kick you've ever seen in the world, but did the job.
Yeah. There you go. All right, Forest Hills takes the lead in the first quarter here. End of the first quarter at the moment, with Portsmouth going with their second try here. That is an 8 to start things off.
That is a 4, so advantage.
And then that is a 19.
And your second natural 1.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, it didn't break through last time.
That is a nat 20.
All right. So Portsmouth.
We'll get the stop. I will get the stop, but you can still go for a field goal.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, that's true. So,
yeah.
Things make it down to the 25-yard line, 4th down. We're going to bring in Enid, who has been the reliable kicker to lean on.
I mean, Timmy Turner's dad hasn't.
Yeah, well, that's a nat 20. So that's just
perfect.
Right down the middle. Oh, and
the ball catches on fire.
It catches on fire and then tears tears the stadium in half because it's paper, because it's on fire.
Shit.
So it's,
no.
That or not in half, but that section.
There's a hole. Yeah.
Yeah, there's now a little bit of a slither.
Burnt edges.
Yeah. But there
I could go for some burn ends right now. Some barbecue. Barbecue burn ends. There's a place. Hey, shout out to Black Dog Barbecue in Champaign-Urbana. Best fucking barbecue of my goddamn life.
Hey man, I'm sure that they are. You know what? We actually need sponsors. So if that place could
Yes, Black Dog. If you want to sponsor us,
you could actually we could go as high as you being we. It could be the say what's the name of the place again?
Black Dog.
Black Dog. It could be the
Yeah.
Black Dog Virtual Ball Boys Football League, guys.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
we will sell out for that. Like that's we are not below that whatsoever.
No.
So there you go.
We will name a team after you if Champaign or Urbana gets selected and it's thematically appropriate to whatever we're doing that season.
Right, and if you do it like right now, like if you do it before the season ends, we will actually like we'll just rename we'll rename the Wauwatosa Fireflies.
Fireflies, yeah.
We'll name you the Wauwatosa Black Dogs. But with enough money, maybe we'll change the Nutfellas name. You know,
we'll see it. Yeah. So like it depends on how much the Tosa and the submarines, like those are lower effort names.
Right.
We got it like War Train or Nutfellows. You got to pay up.
You gotta be big
if you want to replace those.
Big freaking bucks right there. All right. Let's. Portsmouth is gonna give it their next shot here.
wait. No, you just kicked.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So you okay? Oh yes. This is the start of the second quarter. You're going
start
on
of the second
offense.
quarter.
Yes,
sorry. I'm on offense.
We went down a bit. That was very good, but we lost track of time here.
That's an 11.
Of what was happening.
I didn't lose track. I'm kidding.
Listen,
I'm being a dick.
Listen,
I'm being a dick.
You gotta. You're on it. You're on it today. That's a 10. So you got advantage.
All right, with advantage, that leaves me with a 14.
All right. And that's another 10. So
all right.
You got it.
We got some points. So since this is the first time that the Forest Hills has played in a while, Tanhiro's going to throw the ball to Hiccup. Hiccup's going to be running into the end zone kind of with his arms spread, and the da is playing behind him. The majestic score by John Powell for a touchdown. We're gonna kick the ball. If I can highlight this shit correctly. Sanji's going to come out. And Sanji does a great job.
There you go.
Straight through. Not much fanfare, but it is a kick.
It is a kick at the end of the day. All right, so that is a 10-3. Hey, a normal football score. These rarely happen in the VBBFL. All right. Let's keep it going here. Portsmouth's now going to do their final try of the first half. It's an 8 to start things off.
All right. I've got a -4, right? Yep. That is a dirty one.
Okay, so advantage. That is a natural 20.
Sure is. Good job.
There you go. All right, so Portsmouth. Yeah, this is gonna start out. Actually, Chef is coming in, and he's gonna it's gonna take a while for him to throw the ball. He has some people who are trying to get and tackle him by the ankles, but all of a sudden he just sees a hole open and he just starts running really fast. He's not really known for being the runner. He's just more power in the arms, but no, he's running. And no one, just absolutely no one could catch him. It will go down in history as the day Chef ran. I don't know. It's hard to come up with something creative there. But you know what? If you come up with a name for this play, add us at Virtual Ball Boys. And if you pay us, we will make your username.
God damn it, Chris.
The name of the next team. All right, now
it is apparently the case that Chris really wants to sell out.
I just was like, I feel like anytime you go to an audience or go or mention a company or anything, it always leads to that in some capacity.
Sell out.
So
to me, oh yeah, sell out to me tonight.
So it's just like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna let's just have that be.
Hey, the record company's gonna make me lots of money, and everything's gonna be all right, baby.
I really wish I knew what you're referencing. Again, I feel
it is the Real Big Fish song "Sellout," which is the first song that my ska band ever played.
Huh. Interesting. Wait. What?
Yeah.
What was Big Fish?
Real big fish.
Oh, real
Spelled
big fish.
Reel.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you said Big Fish is in like the movie. I was just like, I don't
No.
remember that from the movie.
No.
But there you go. I believe we're gonna have Enid come out to kick again. And we'll see how they stick the landing here. 19.
Nice.
Does. So there you go. That's a tied game. And but Forest Hills will have one last shot to take the lead before the end of the half. Forest Hills.
That's an 11.
Okay. That is a -3.
All right. With my advantage, I do add a natural 1 to my round, but I do get a 9. That's only my first, right?
That is only your first, correct?
Yes.
That's your
You
first
have 2.
of the day. Actually.
Yes.
I've been the in the corner for once today. Oh God, fucking Christ, you honky dories outside. All right.
I actually heard that.
Yeah, that was not nice. So that's a dirty one.
Okay.
So you got it.
Forest Hills gets it. Tanhiro hands it off to Toph, and like she's running on paper, but like the whole thing with Toph is that she's able to like feel vibrations with her feet. And she's like running on paper, but like that makes it almost easier to sense because she can fucking hear everyone. So she's just able to anticipate their movements, dodge out of the way, get to the end zone.
Boom.
Let's have Sanji kick. That is my second natural 1. Sanji kicks the ball, and it is a bag of Zim Zam Zoom pickle chips, and the bag just explodes. There's chips all over the floor. It is a disaster.
Yeah, not great. So
and we're gonna hear chip crunching sounds the rest of the match.
This is what I hate VBBFL the most, where we both are at natural ones.
2 ones.
and we are just like, oh God, we just have to sit in anticipation. By the way,
that's where I love it.
I got a voicemail all of a sudden that I didn't know if it was from someone that was important that I needed to listen to. It was from a scammer, but I think it started playing, so I apologize for people who had to hear that on the audio for a second. That was a weird one. All right. Anyways, so that is the end of the first half. Forest Hills up 16-10, and Portsmouth now is going to see if they can at all make leeway here and try to get back in this business. That's a 15. Let's start things off.
All right. That's a 6.
Okay. That is a 21.
That's a good number.
It is a very good number.
That is a 14.
All right, Portsmouth gets back in this game
Gets to
for now.
score.
Yeah, we're gonna have Brock Sampson come in. Chef is a little exhausted from running the way he did. But Brock is actually gonna hand it off here to Perry the Platypus. And Perry the Platypus is just going to basically do all his spy moves all the way, dodging all the way into the end zone. Yeah, we've got Perry the Platypus's theme song playing over the loudspeaker. Everyone's loving it.
Doobie doobie doo ba 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 doo.
How to kick Enid. 17. There you go.
Good job.
And that is 17 points on the board for Portsmouth. So they are in the lead by 1 point. And now Forest Hills, they start their first drive of the second half.
We sure do. That's an 8.
Well, I I have -8 going on, but that's a net 20.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
That will stop the drive immediately. Tanjiro throws an interception. MT is going to get the ball. Just throws it straight to MT.
There you go.
Mhm.
And I want to apologize real quick. My Slack notifications decided to go off. So if anyone just got like a PTSD like jump at hearing that notification, I apologize. That should not have happened. I was trying to freaking pause notifications beforehand, but sometimes Slack doesn't like to listen to that. Thank you. Go away.
You must always be work.
Yeah. God damn it. All right. Anyways, so that is that is no score for Forest Hills. Now Portsmouth can look to add to their lead here, try to get away from this Forest Hills magic here going on. That is 11 to start things off.
That is a 9.
All right.
Advantage.
14 and 25.
All right, versus my natural 20.
Wow.
Let's go.
Wow. All right. So Portsmouth, even though rolling very well, ultimately, I'm going to say that this is another contested catch situation here. But the difference here is that Chef goes back to pass, throws it deep, high into the end zone, and it's almost caught by Jenny or XJ9. But who outcatches her is going to be a Komiada? Is that how you pronounce it? Komiada.
Yeah.
Komiada is going to come out over, like, just basically ball hawk her and ultimately gets the interception and ends the drive for Portsmouth there. So there you go. Forest Hills starts the fourth quarter now with 2 chances to get back into the league, just like Suffolk did. What's going to happen here?
Let's see what they can do. That's going to be a 10 to start us off.
All right. That's a 20. Oh, sorry.
Dirty 20.
Never mind. Hold on. I did the wrong roll.
Oh, sure did. Nope, hold on. Nope, still an 18. It's a 10.
So that's a 10.
Yep, straight up and down then.
Straight up and down, yep.
Yep. Only one roll from me. That's going to be an 8.
That's a -1, so you're
all right. Okay. So, Stella is going to get the ball, and she not pass to her. She's going to step in at quarterback, do a bit of a weird wildcat thing. So she's going to get it, shovel pass it off to Tanjiro, who's going to bomb the ball down the field to Psyche for the touchdown. That's what a wildcat is, right?
Yeah, something along those lines.
There's the wildcat when the running back gets the direct snap. I think that's it.
Yeah. It's
that was more of a Philly special.
Yeah, I mean, I think isn't Wildcat's like, I thought it was any position would get the snap, but
get the direct snap except the quarterback. I don't know.
Yeah, something I don't know. It's weird. Football has weird terms that it's hard to understand completely. But anyways,
Sanji makes the kick.
There you go. All right, that's what I was curious about. All right, 23-17. Portsmouth now needs a touchdown on their final drive. They need a touchdown to get at least a tie, and then we'll have to figure out what their kicking situation or ultimately whatever they want to do for the extra point. But they have to get there first. Let's see how they do. That is 17 to start things off.
All right. Oop. Oh, I almost rolled the D2. Otherwise known as a coin. That's a 14.
All right. That's a 25.
That's really good. That's a -2.
Oh, so close to a natural 1 again. Oh, God. All right, but Portsmouth does tie things up here.
Yeah.
So we're having some close games today. All right. We're gonna say this time Brock Sampson is gonna just have is gonna be throwing a lot of short passes here. Throws to XJ9. yes. Hold on the wrong tab here. Exchange 9 throws to Jolene, throws it to Sprig out of the backfield. But Perry the Platypus is gonna get his second score of the day, but this time catching a short pass from Sampson in the end zone. It is just Perry the Platypus day here at the Paper Mario Park or whatever the fuck.
There you go. By the way, watched all of Amphibia between the last time we did this and now.
Yes.
So like I know who Sprig is now.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good context for us that we could add.
Yeah.
To. Although, who knows if you'll be even be able to play as the Portsmouth? Probably Portsmouth's a bad team, so they'll end up being a road team for the playoffs. So, yeah, there you go. So you'll get to use Sprig accordingly. All right. I have to update my score here, and now is a big. It's not too big of a decision. You have to. It's just kind of hoping that the roll goes your way. Meeting me, it has to go my way.
Yes.
But do I want to kick or do I want? I don't love my offensive stat enough to want.
Even compared to my -4 defense.
It does look good. It looks tempting as fuck, but I also like. It's not really going to matter either way. I think it's gonna come down to the luck of the draw of this next roll. We put our trust in Enid. I'm gonna keep my trust in Enid. I should not stray from the plan here, and that's a 14. So that is I'm happy with that decision there.
All right.
And that is a 1-point game. And Forest Hills has one last drive of the game. Let's see if Forest Hills can get the victory here.
What's interesting, they can win on a field goal if they get advantage on this roll. That is a 10.
Well, that's already a good start because that's a -4.
Yep. Okay, so could potentially get a field goal, but we're going to try to get a touchdown first. With advantage, that gives me a 3.
Well... But that's a -2, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It just supports his bad defense.
In the worst touchdown you have seen in your goddamn life. Like, Sora lets, let's say, Sora lets Garnet by. Like, just completely whiffs the block. Meaning Tanjiro has to scramble. So Tanjiro scrambles, and he, like, goes, like, over to the right, past the lineman a little bit, and then like forward a bit, and then passes the ball back to Hiccup, who wasn't expecting it, so he drops it. But then Psyche picks it up again, in for the touchdown.
There you go.
It was chaos. We're gonna, you know what? Since okay, so Forest Hills has won the game. Yes,
they've won the game.
They can still potentially get the #1 overall seed. So they're going to go for 2 in an attempt to try to get just like a little bit more points to see if they can potentially overtake Suffolk. So with disadvantage is actually a 20. So nat 20 is the only thing that will stop the 2-point conversion.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me go ahead and type in my defensive roll here. That's a -6. So
that is a -6. Okay, so Forest Hills will win the game. What is that final score, Chris?
So that's with a 2-point conversion now.
Yes.
That is a 31-24 victory for Forest Hills. So we're gonna enter halftime for a second. Before we go to commercial break, could you figure out what the final standings for the East are, because we at least
I can if you stall.
I could stall for a second. I will just recap what we've gone through thus far. So we are done with the East now through this is the final week of the regular season of VBBFL. We're through the East, where we've had one upset where Naples Astrogators handed Suffolk Nutfellas their second loss of the season. It's 32-31 was the final score there. And in the second game, we had Forest Hills Mothman. Another close game, but Forest Hills Mothman actually did what the Suffolk Nutfellas couldn't do. and were able to kind of come back from a deficit and win the game. 31-24 was the final score there. So Portsmouth probably is going to be in fourth place when it's all said and done, and Naples Astrogator is going to be in third, considering that they entered today, I believe, with the same record. And now Forest Hills and Suffolk are tied with the same record, but points are ultimately what's going to matter here, not head to head. I forget how head to head worked. I believe Suffolk has beat them both times, but
yes,
what
we are going by points.
Yep.
All right, so in fourth place, as you said, is Portsmouth, with ending with a 2-6 record.
Yep.
Naples able to get their way up to third with their win over Suffolk, and damn, that was an important victory because Forest Hills jumps to the lead with 223 overall offensive points scored, compared to Suffolk's 208.
Boom.
So Forest Hills are your East champions.
Essentially, yeah. I mean,
Essentially,
we obviously there'll be postseason conference champions,
regular season champions.
Yeah. But yeah, so there you go. And I think overall that's going to mean that Forest Hills will be the regular season champion in general for this for the league, just considering the fact that no one can get to that record to 6-2. And yeah, what a tough blow. Our decision to make point differential the tiebreaker is gonna probably stick in the craw of the Suffolk Nutfellows.
Yep. But I think that is more important in my book, personally.
That's fair. That's fair. I get it. But there you go. And we do have 2 more matches. We have the West to figure out how the hell that whole situation is gonna go. That's a lot more close overall and weird. Yep. So we'll see how that all goes. But ultimately, we're gonna see rematches next week, during the playoffs, essentially, where Portsmouth is going to face Forest Hills and Naples is going to face Suffolk once again. So it's going to be interesting to see how a second match in a row will play out. But before we get to our Western matchups, let me tell you about our sponsors. All right, Twitch chat, which has not at all popped off, not a single message, which is fine. Thanks, Matt.
You're
I need to step away for a second.
Okay.
I'll be back very, very shortly. But in the meantime, Matt, why don't you just let people know about all the fascinating programming that the Team Chaos Productions has, and also, tell them about your life.
Sure.
Just go ahead.
May as well.
Fill that air, because this is good. The halftime's going up on YouTube as well. Like, I'll edit that out.
Oh, okay.
YouTube. So
all right.
Might as well just go to town. Have fun.
I'll go nuts. Man, I'm tired. It's been a long week. I just started musical rehearsals, which is one of the reasons why TCP is going to be a little weird. Because I can never stay not busy, despite my constant want to be not busy. Chris is going to listen to this stuff later and feel really bad for me. But it's okay. Anyway, Team Cast Productions, we have plenty of programs. We have Virtual Ball Boys, of course, which you are listening to right now. We have Dock of Shame, where we watch through the cartoon series Total Drama. Island, we are almost done with. We have 2 more episodes of that, the finale, and then the bonus thing in between. Then we're going to get started on action, hopefully pretty quick, provided I have the motivation. We also have the Gaming Coop, which is our video game related podcast. We all bring a game to the table, usually related to a specific theme. The last month, what did we talk about? Last month we talked about some more video game music, and next month we are going to talk about some game announcement stuff. It would usually be our E3 podcast, but they didn't do an E3 this year. Lots of fun. That one's monthly. And then Table Party, which again, hopefully we'll be able to start recording soon, is a real play tabletop podcast where we are most of the way through our major campaign, Table Party Humanity, but we have a lot of other kind of smaller campaigns as well, including Table Party Underdark, where I play a rogue with lycanthropy. We have Table Party Natural, where Walsh and Kelsey tell a very cool story about protecting a group of people from invaders. Table Party Deck the Mall, which is a very fun Christmas themed one if you get in the holiday spirit this fine June. We have Table Party Renaissance, which I ran, which was a lot of fun. We have Table Party, and we have Table Party Evergreen, which is another Christmas themed one that Kelsey actually ran. All of them very fun. I'm very excited with the stuff that we have put out, and I'm always excited for more. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Y'all watch Survivor? Survivor was good this season. Actually, I have a group that I play Survivor games with and watch other people play.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
Yeah.
Survivor's fun, right, Chris?
It's very fun.
You'd be great at it. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no. I listen, every single time I watch Big Brother, I'm like, I can do it. But then I'm like, I have a deep inherent fear of socializing with people. So
you have trouble playing Among Us.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Like I don't know how I can deal with social deception that way. But I also I don't know. I feel like there's a part of me that feels like I could work my way and start to, through my experiences having played Among Us and learning from my faults, I feel like I can learn to begin to not take things seriously. And then if I go into a social deception game in IRL, I don't know, I feel like I could try to work my way into making myself feel like, all right, no, I don't have to take this seriously. This is just all fun games.
Listen, as someone who literally, I was literally trying to figure out what the best way to film my Survivor audition was, and then I played it online, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to be like, you know what, I could see myself playing the game, and I could see myself making certain moves, but it's not reality. It is not worth it, and you just gotta it's fine to lay low and just accept that maybe things will work out, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But yes, good stuff. I will now come back from commercial and we'll get going on the Western stuff. So 3, 2, 1. And we're back. So now we have the West, and this is an interesting one because this time the teams that are basically facing against each other for positioning are actually facing each other, not facing other people in their conference.
Yeah.
So that will make things a little bit more intriguing.
I also did kind of look at things, and unless Provo gets shut out and Brookings scores pretty much max points, there's no way for Brookings to overtake Provo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that does make sense. I feel like
or Ketchikan. Ketchikan has more points than Provo. So
right. Yeah. All right. So there you go. That good thing to keep in mind. So really, the true foe of Brookings War Train are a bunch of fucking fireflies. All right.
Yep.
And the War Train is I believe the first matchup between these two were from a few weeks ago, and I believe it was a loss for them in a 17-16 low-scoring affair.
Yes.
And that was with the new stats that Wauwatosa ended up getting at the halfway point of the season. What are the stats for Brookings War Train, Matt?
Brookings War Train, as they leave the station, they're going to have an offensive -1, a defensive 4, and a ball handling of -3.
All right.
Where your Wauwatosa Fireflies are going to have an offense of -3, defense -1, ball handling 4.
Boom. All right. let's do it. Brookings, you're going to start us off here.
Hell yeah. Do you remember that? Did you watch? I forget if this is in the Cyanide having a show or if it was in one of their YouTube things, but um the thing with God and Satan. They had a relationship.
Oh no, I don't.
No?
Either that or it's been so long since I've seen it that I do not remember.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
They have like a song that's like hell yeah. Got stuck in my head. All right, that's a 2.
All right, we have similar offensive defensive stats here, but that is an 8 to start things off for Wauwatosa.
All right. So, with my disadvantage and my poor ball handling, it's going to be a 12.
Not bad.
Not bad.
But that's a 14, so
Yep. Does not beat it. Yusuke as the quarterback. I actually just rewatched Yu Yu Hakusho, so that's funny. So Yusuke is gonna get the ball, but he was celebrating so much pregame that he like fired off all his spirit guns, lost a lot of his energy, so he kind of is really disoriented, not sure what to do, gets tackled, and we move on.
Boom. All right, Wauwatosa now. Starting things off. Trying to remember how to pronounce that town name. Trying to keep going on the right track. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, there you go. These Midwest town names, they're not that bad. The natural 20 has not shown up yet for me.
It's there for me.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is. All right.
Do you want to re-roll just in case? All right.
Yep. It's funny because that's a 21, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Nat 20 is the magic. And speaking of magic, Brain, he doesn't have any magic powers, but you know what? Let's just pretend. Brain, ultimately, he goes back to pass. I think a bunch of the Brookings War Train defenders, are trying to look for him because he is a mouse. And then all of a sudden they just see the football like launch into the air, or poof, or not poof. Who does Wauwatosa?
They got the jungle blimp.
Jungle blimp, that's right. Yeah, sorry. So it throws the jungle blimp in the air, and there to catch it, we're gonna say is Taylor, and Taylor's gonna run it in, and ultimately is gonna start grooving and dancing because that's what the jungle blimp ultimately does. Makes all the animals dance. And there you go. I forget what game that's from. Kelsey will tell me. But there you go. I need to add the score and also get a kicker in here. Good old Woody or Spiders Reeves.
Which one? Who's gonna do it?
All right, we're gonna have Ted Cruz kick here.
God damn it.
And oh no, that was a poor choice. I mean, it probably was gonna be a poor choice either way. It's 9.
Yep. He used both of his legs.
He used both of his legs, and also
we talked about this.
Went on vacation to Aruba or whatever the fuck during
Cancun.
All right, 6-0. This is bad lore I've built for Spiders Reeves, who maybe does not deserve it. All right.
Yeah, he probably deserves it.
Maybe he probably deserves it. All right, Wauwatosa Fireflies up 6-0. Brookings closing out the first quarter here.
That is a 9.
A 9. Let's
a
see.
9.
It's 11.
All right. So with my disadvantage, I'm going to be left with a 13. Not too bad ball handling rolls, gotta say.
Not bad especially for disadvantage. That's an 8, so you got it.
I got it. Okay, so Kronk, Mr. Patrick Warburton himself, is going to get the ball. And you know what? He's going to do that thing he does in Emperor's New Groove where he's trying to be sneaky, but is also singing the spy music. And it somehow works. And he's undetected. And he's able to get in for the end zone. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. It has been years, probably decades since I've seen that movie.
Oh, it's so good.
I do. I know. That's when I have to probably rewatch at some point. But
and since I am in Shrek, we're gonna have Donkey do all the kicks today.
That's right.
because it's appropriate. And Donkey just misses, and the shitty part is that Captain Tsubasa would have made that one.
Oh no. You're so ingrained in Shrek that you're sacrificing
Listen,
the
I
kids.
see the donkey, and I have to go with him.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
He's my adventuring partner.
There you go. There you go. All right. It is a tied game there. 6-6. Going into the second quarter. Let's see how Wauwatosa goes. That's an 11.
All right. 30-20. Take that disadvantage.
Okay. Then we got ball handling. Oh, yeah, that's an 8.
All right. That is 15.
There you go. Wauwatosa does not get it. And yeah, this time we're gonna have Izuku come out, and he's gonna throw the ball to Taylor again, but this time Taylor is missing her red bandana.
Oh no!
And she wants to go and look for it, and ultimately ends up dropping the ball in a distraction, and ultimately is picked up by Brookings. So there you go. Doesn't work out there. All right, so 6-6 still is the score. Brookings, with their last play of the first half, could try to get back into things.
Let's see if they can do it. 14.
I shouldn't say get back into things. It's tied, so they could.
It is tied.
All right. Defense is 18.
Ooh. Spicy.
Spicy meatball.
That's going to be a 4.
Okay, and that is 14.
Okay.
No score.
All right, so it is a handoff to Cat Noir, and Cat Noir, despite being a lot more lithe than Kronk is, isn't able to find the opening between Juggernaut and Eduardo. Juggernaut and Eduardo forget to actually make space. They do a really good job at blocking, but they don't leave a hole for Cat Noir to get through. So he just kind of runs into them and then falls over.
Yeah, well, that serves them right to make that attempt. But there you go. It is still tied.
What will Tosa do at the end of the first half?
Yeah, let's see. That is a 4. Not ideal. Not ideal.
That is a 23.
Yeah, as close to a nat 20 as you get there.
Yep.
And then that is a 7.
And that is a 12.
All right, yeah, this is going to be a low scoring affair. I do not think Brookings is catching.
Nope, it is.
Anyone.
I think it is impossible for Brookings to get higher than 3rd.
Yeah, Wauwatosa is Brain's gonna try to throw it again. This time to Pew Pew, and Pew Pew's gonna start running with it, but Pew Pew is just so tiny, and Kano is just so big, and Kano is ruthless, but I don't think Kano would kill Pew Pew or anything. So he's just gonna pluck it out of Pew Pew's hands and just kind of start walking with it away, because Pew Pew also can't tackle for shit. So there you go. 6-6. All right, so that's the end of the first half. Tied game. All these are close games, so we're coming back with a bang, guys. All right.
Hell yeah.
But I'm probably speaking too soon here, because who knows? This could still turn into a blowout at the end here. But Brookings War Train, starting things off.
That is a dirty 1.
That is a dirty 1. Oh no. Okay. Let's see how it goes. And this is a natural 20.
Okay. No need to last this anymore. It is a pass to Speedy Gonzalez, but Tubbs is right there. Tubbs is a cat, and Speedy Gonzalez is a mouse.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have a conversation about eating opponents with Tubbs, I think.
Oh no. Oh no.
So Speedy got out. He's a Looney Tune. He gets out easily.
Yeah, no, yeah. Anything that's gets close to murder in this league, it's all solved by the next week. It's like these are episodical type. What's the term you watch TV
Yeah,
more?
episodical.
Yeah,
Episodical versus serial.
that yes. Okay, cool. I still hold something from my TV criticism and analysis class from college.
Yes, back when you majored in that.
I minored in radio, television, and film, and guess what? I listened and watched none of it. Anyways, let's move on to let's see if Wauwatosa can take advantage of that stop here. That's a dirty one, so maybe not.
That's a 9.
Okay, so disadvantage. Damn, that's a 6. There's a dirty 20 there for me.
And that's a 7.
All right. So no, couldn't take advantage of it. Wauwatosa. Yeah, this is a ugly ass close game right now. We're gonna have we're gonna have Brain back out there. He's gonna throw it. Or actually no, he's gonna hand it off to Duolingo, and Duolingo is going to start running and trying to use the tactic that like speaking, trying to teach the defenders different languages, but little does Duolingo know, Bowser already knows perfect French and is not in any way, shape, or form distracted by what Duolingo is trying to teach him.
S'il vous plaît.
Yes, and ultimately, and is ultimately tackled down, and then he just like stares at it and takes the ball as like merci, and then runs away. This is the dumbest shit I think I've come up with that Bowser knows French, but we're going with it. All right,
we are
6-6 still. End of the third quarter here for Brookings. Let's see if they can take advantage of that stop.
Do you trust in a 16?
I think you could. That is a 6.
All right, Brookings actually gets advantage. This is a rare occasion for them.
Yep.
Oh, that all right. That should be an 8.
An 8. Okay.
And then a 14. So we'll take the 14.
Yep. But that's a 15. Jesus
okay,
Christ.
Field goal time.
Field goal time. That's good.
Captain Tsubasa is going to come in this time, and he's going to make it.
There you go. Finally, we got a score change.
Yep.
That is our first field goal of the game, even though it is 9-6. Is the current score. All right. So now entering the fourth quarter is a 3-point game. Wauwatosa still alive. We'll look to take the lead here. Let's see how things get going here. That's a 0 to start things off.
What part of the game are we in? Sorry.
This is the start of the fourth quarter.
Start of the fourth. Cool. 12.
Okay, so disadvantage. It is +4 and +4. Oh, 30. That our natural one. That's our first.
That's a natural one. For the first of this game.
The first of this game, indeed. But yeah, no, not gonna get past it during this drive here. Yeah, we're gonna say, it starts out pretty well for them. Azuku ends up stepping back to pass and throws it high and deep, and it looks as if Pew Pew is going to be able to catch it in the end zone, but suddenly Taylor comes running back out, has found her red bandana, and is just going to throw the play off altogether, because she thinks she could just step right back in and try to catch it, not realizing Pew Pew was there. And ultimately, the ball ends up hitting the ground after bouncing off of Taylor's hands. So there you go. Not ideal for Wauwatosa there.
What a game.
What a game indeed.
What a game.
There you go, 9-6. Oh, by the way, we're in the Danganronpa universe, so I just want to acknowledge that. This is where this is all taking place right now. All right. Brookings can now solidify their win with this drive here.
That's a 3.
Okay. And that's a natural 1, a second natural 1. So already Brookings has clinched the victory.
They get third place.
They will get third place.
They will get third place.
But what is Brookings? What's happening in the world of Brookings here?
All right, Brookings Yusuke is going to get his spirit energy back. He saw one of his friends die in front of him, so he's going to get supercharged.
Not
just a huge ass spoiler for the show.
Oh, I thought you were referring to Speedy Gonzalez earlier.
Oh no. Well, you know what? That can count.
That's what I thought. I thought you were like, you don't hear this very often during NFL broadcasts where he gets the spirit.
Yeah, he gets the spirit energy back, and he's gonna just fucking he's gonna take the ball himself. Super strong, runs to the end zone.
Imagine if the NFL was so fucking brutal, where Tom Brady watches Gronk die or something, and he's just then all of a sudden you just see a flame of fire burning within Brady, and then throwing it to Mike Evans and just fucking.
That is the only combination of players that does not make it sound like this horrible tragedy.
Why? It's a horrible.
It is a horrible tragedy. Donkey misses the kick.
Oh my god. Alright, so that's 15. Alright, so Wauwatosa can't do anything at this point. But for score purposes, we'll just
let's see what they do.
Play out the last round, just for shits and giggles here. Speaking of giggling. Alright, that's a 10.
10 versus my 7, so advantage.
Oh, finally an advantage. Right when they need it.
Yeah.
And that is a 21.
It's a 9.
All right, so at least
Tosa gets the score at the very end.
Yeah, at least it ends within a tight game. Once again, this time we're gonna have, we'll say, Brain is gonna throw it to Pew Pew, and Pew Pew is gonna just kind of waddle her way into the end zone, and make up for the fact that Taylor stole a touchdown from her earlier, or from them earlier. I forget. I think Pew Pew's a she. I don't know. I have to look into that. But anyways, and then for the sake of just consistency, we'll get Woody in there. Why the fuck not?
Howdy, partner.
That's a 16.
Woody gets redemption for his bad character arc in Toy Story 4.
God. Is that people keep on I keep on getting mixed messages from people saying whether I should go see that film.
I mean, it's fine. If you like Toy Story, watch it.
Right.
But I don't know. Toy Story 3 was so good.
They should have just ended it there.
They should have just ended it. And Toy Story, I didn't like a lot of Toy Story 4.
Yeah. It should have transitioned from 3 to the Buzz Lightyear film that's coming out this week. Or
yeah, sure. Except the Buzz Lightyear film isn't about Buzz himself. It's
no, I know.
It's an origin story.
It's an origin story about the guy that was ultimately becomes.
Well, it's
the action figure.
It's so you know how they're Star Wars action figures,
right?
It's essentially the Star Wars movie that the Buzz Lightyear is based on.
Right.
It's this would have been the movie that Andy would have seen.
Right. I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious how that ends up being, because I loved that first trailer. It was really cool. All right. 15-13 is your final score here. Brookings takes the victory. They will take the 3rd seed in the conference, and Wauwatosa will take the 4th seed. And who their opponents will be decided in this next match, where simply put, It's Ketchikan versus Provo, and whoever wins gets the first seed. That's it.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. No, we don't even have
It's
to worry
as simple
about
as
the points.
that. These stats are very similar. It is going to be a close-ass match. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be playing Ketchikan.
Yes.
Offensive 0, defensive 1, ball handling -1. Chris will be playing Provo. Offense -1, defense 2, ball handling -1.
There you go. And Provo will get us started here. And then 13. Start things off.
4.
Okay. And that's a 16.
15.
Very, very close.
Good job.
But yeah, it's very, very close. But Provo does squeak by here. That's right. Provo is this team that we know none of these games. That's great. That's fine. Anyways, Provo. We're gonna have Zagreus. Is going to throw it short to we'll say Corvo, and then Corvo is going to use his I believe this is right because someone told me that this is in Dishonored. He's going to use his invisibility power to like go into the skies for a second and then kind of reappear in the end zone, and he's going to get the touchdown. Now, if that's not in the game, let's just pretend he got an invisibility cloak for this game. All right. Be cool, everyone. All right. Anyways, so that's a touchdown.
So insistent.
Be cool.
Cool.
Eddie Gordo is going to
Swear
come
to God.
and kick here. That is 18. So that is a nice little kick right there. Start things off for the Provo Rock Squirrels. All right.
Ketchikan. What can we do? We got a 7.
Catch them if you can, Provo. That is also a 7. So straight up.
All right. Very nice. Ball handling's gonna be a natural 1.
Oh boy, here we go. All right, well let me just roll for prosperity state. That's a 12. All right. So then,
So Bob Parr is going to be under center for quarterback, and he's gonna try to throw it to Big Boss, but he kind of gets a little confused. His eyes aren't working quite right since he was a younger superhero. So he mistakes Big Boss and Adam Jensen with each other somehow and throws it to Adam Jensen instead.
Rip. There you go. In Incredibles 3, because that's also
well, there's not an Incredibles 3.
Two, I should say. That's why I was like, I didn't see either of the last 2 films. I was like, wait, no, there's just one more film after the Incredibles. Does he retire at the end? Spoiler alert.
No.
Okay, all right, just curious. You made it sound like he's getting old, where he just no longer wants to.
No, but fucking Craig T. Nelson is so much older. His voice actor, so he sounds so much older, even though he's like the film picks up directly after the first.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. 7-0 after both teams go. End of the first quarter here. Let us see what Provo does to maybe build on their lead. That's a 15 to start things off.
Insert uncanny Mr. Incredible meme here. That's also 15.
All right, straight up and down again. Let's do it.
Wow.
That's an 11.
That's a 16.
All right, Provo does not get it here. Zagreus is going to go back to pass. Feels like he's going to get Adam Jensen, but no, this time, what was the guy that you thought that Mr.
Adam Jensen?
Yes. Yeah, he ends up throwing it to him instead, and that's the interception. Ultimately, Big Boss.
By the way, Anthony, if you're listening to this, I'm still mad at you for drafting both Kane and Armor Kane.
I don't know. Like, I don't know technically, so I'm guessing they're separate characters. You know what I
I
mean?
can still be mad at him.
Yeah, no, it's fair. I can't stop you from being mad. It's just kind of like one of those things. All right, so luckily Ketchikan, they get to keep Provo from scoring, so they can still tie it here with the start of the second quarter. Their drive.
6.
Seeks.
Seeks.
All right.
I've heard that's a good musical.
Is that the one that's on Broadway now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm just like trying to look at. All right, so 13.
All right. With disadvantage, that leaves me with 13.
Not bad at
Nah.
all. That's a 16.
All right, Provo really showing themselves that they can be the ones to take control of this game. Mojo Jojo has no mojo right now, or any JoJo, and he's gonna get tackled by Darius while trying to run it.
Fair enough. All right, Provo is now going to have their final drive of the first half here. See if they, again, can take advantage of their defense stepping up for the first two drives. That is a 12 to start things off.
That was a 14.
Okay, so disadvantage here. That is a 9.
That's another 14.
Okay, so Provo can't take advantage on offense here. Once again, this time we're going to have Zagreus hand it off to Timo, but Timo just, not right as they touch the ball, they're just going to get tackled, destroyed by one.
And then he explodes.
Oh my. Jorgen von Strangle, who with his whole body, you know how like when like the bomb squad appears and they put like the dome over the bomb to like detonate it. That's Jorgen von Strangle's body over Timo
with his muscles.
with his muscles. I don't even remember the lyrics for
that.
The
fuck is that from?
That's from the school musical. That's the Jorgen,
oh god, it's been a while.
Yeah,
School's Out the musical.
I watched that recently. Actually,
why?
Because Walsh reminded me of it, and Walsh and I both love that episode.
No, listen, it is iconic.
Yeah, he brought it up, and I was just like, man, I could just put that on the background and just vibe with it again. That's so many good musics from that.
Flappy Bob.
Hey, Flappy Bob, can't you see what they done?
Oh dude, that got stuck in my head so fucking much, and I hate that it's now in my conscience again.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's good. It's so good though. All right. Ketchikan. They can do it here. They can still tie it with their last drive of the first half here.
Let's see if they can do it. They got a 10.
All right. Wait. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to remember my rolls here. All right. That's 13.
Disadvantage. That leaves me with a dirty 1.
Okay. And that is a 10.
Jeez. Okay. Something's going on with Ketchikan right now. They're used to being in the cold Alaska and I don't know, playing in the Grand Theft Auto kind of warmer.
They're sweaty.
Like California coast. They are sweaty. They should have summer uniforms. They don't for some reason. And Aang takes the handoff, but is stopped because I don't know any of Anthony's fucking characters. Braum is just gonna like hold out his hand and then just stop Aang. Aang's kind of short.
Yeah. that's his. He even though he is a powerful avatar, he is
the avatar, but
he's short.
You know,
his stature's not as the best.
That's my reasoning. I don't have anything better.
No, that's totally fine. We have to come up with reasoning sometimes. It makes sense.
Yep.
All right, well then, through the first half, we've had one score collectively between the two teams, and that was Provo Rock Squirrels getting a touchdown. So now we enter the second half, and Provo is still in position to try to extend their lead. Let's see how they can do it. That's an 11 to start things off.
That's also an 11.
Oh my God, we've had
Straight up and down this. That we like never get these.
Yeah, we got like 3 in this one session. It
Yeah.
seems like. All right. 4. Oh Jesus.
Also a 4.
So that
Provo gets to score.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, by the fucking skin of their teeth. Fucking Zagreus. You know what? At this point, it's just like they're using Zane and Timo, or the exploded Timo at this point, to like they're going back and forth, and just like they're just slowly inching down the field, and then like Zagreus throws a pass at the goal line that should have been intercepted, but instead somehow, some way, hold on, fucking what's his name? Volt ends up taking the pass and getting the score there. So, man, it was ugly though. It was ugly. It was not pretty in any way, shape, or form, but not impressive.
Yeah.
But there you go. So that is a score, and let's just lean on Eddie Gordo, the hot hand for this, or the hot foot for this team that barely makes it. Good choice going with Eddie Gordo, Mr. Chris. All right.
All right.
Referring to myself as a third person now.
Ketchikan needs to make all the stops and score all the points.
Yeah, well, they do
if they want a chance.
They do have 3 drives.
Yes.
So they still have a little bit of time here.
Yeah, that's a 17. That's their best offense roll of the day so far.
That indeed. But that's an 18.
Fucking hell. That's a natural 20 and a 4. I get to go with the 4.
And that's a dirty 20.
Provo is proving to be the team to beat right now. I don't know what's going on with Ketchikan. Sugar Mama, like, she gets the ball, but Sugar Mama doesn't really want to play anymore. So she, like, the ball is snapped to her, and she just lets it happen, and just standing there. She doesn't want to play anymore.
She's just like, I don't, like, what is this shit at this point? Like, I don't need this shit.
Yeah. We're already in the playoffs, so we're already losing. Why does it matter?
Yeah, there you go. All right. It's 14-0. At this point, it's essentially if Provo gets another score or Ketchikan does not score on their next drive, it's over. So now this is the end of the third quarter. Provo seeing if they could put this one away before the turn of the fourth quarter. That's a 6 to start things off.
That's a 14.
All right, so that is disadvantage. Good sign for Ketchikan. That's a 10 for disadvantage.
But that is only an 8 for me. Provo wins the game.
Wow. Yeah. Why does it always happen that whenever I pick the showcase
the juiciest
game,
matchup,
and then it's always the shittiest game of the day.
Yeah.
But you know, it's fine. Yeah. So Provo.
It's just like Sunday Night Football, Chris.
More like Monday Night Football, I feel.
Monday Night Football, there you go.
That's yeah. ESPN always gets the bad. Now this year it's going to be Amazon. Amazon's just going to get all the shitty matchups.
Well, they get the Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
Still shitty though.
Yeah. Now, let's see. This was a better drive here. I think Zagreus, starting to use his 3 wide receivers more, try to get them more in the action, and ultimately Adam Jensen ends up getting the catch into the end zone and ultimately secures the win. But of course, we want to play this out, see where the points end up lying when it's all said and done. I'm going to go ahead and get Eddie Gordo back out there just to see how that goes. That's a nat 20. Okay, so there you go. Oh boy.
All right.
21.
All right, let's speed run the rest of this.
Speed run. We don't even need to. Right. We could do some scenario stuff, but like we can speed.
Let's just get through it. All right, 13 on offense.
Okay, and that is a 14, so disadvantage.
Okay. 31 and a 3, so that's a dirty 1.
Yeah, it's a 14, so still no score for Ketchikan.
Shit happens. Bad. Let's move on.
All right, shit happens. Shit's exploding in the stadium. All right, Provo.
Yep.
Everyone's covered in feces. It's all chaos. They're still playing the football game though. It's 16.
They gotta. It's 9.
The plumbing. They did pay for the plumbing in the GTA stadium.
God. Someone's getting fired.
That's an 18.
That's a 19.
All right. Yeah, well, I don't know. Again, I don't know if anyone's doing anything. Everyone's just fucking covered in feces. All right, Ketchikan with the final.
Do you want to try to kick?
Oh, that's true. I got advantage, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Through all the feces.
Yep, you did it.
Fucking Eddie Gordo just fucking nails it. You know, he can barely see, but he's got it. He's got it through. All right, Ketchikan.
Ketchikan. More like Ketchikan can't do anything. That's a 17.
Ketchikaka, if more of
oh god
got going on here. That's a dirty 20.
Oh no. It's 5.
And then finally,
will they score anything? Can they do it?
That's a 4.
They did it.
They somehow did it, even through all the shit.
All right, Bob Parr's not sure what to do. He hands the ball to his wife. His wife makes it happen.
There you go. Yes, just stretches to the end zone, just picks a direction and goes with it. This will forever be known as the Mud Bowl, but in parentheses, but it's not mud.
But no one will want to know why. All right, what's our final score?
Oh, do you want to kick?
Oh, I got to kick a field goal.
Yeah, just for the shits and giggles at this point.
Oscar Proud, he has put his kids away because he just wanted them getting covered in shit, and he's able to kick the ball.
The kids are already covered in shit. Before the plumbing happened.
They are babies.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. So it ends up 21-7. So it doesn't look that bad for Ketchikan, but we all know the story of this game bad. And how Kaka just went everywhere. All right.
Yep.
So there you go. 21-7 is your final score for that game.
All right.
This is straightforward and pretty easy. What is the final standings for this?
All right. Provo wins the West with a record of 5-3. With Ketchikan in second place, the record of 4-4. Brookings with a record of 4-4 as well. Mm-hmm. They will not catch up to Ketchikan. And then Wauwatosa ends the season with 2-6.
All right.
So our playoff matchups from the East, we have Forest Hills versus Portsmouth and Suffolk versus Naples. In the West, Provo versus Wauwatosa, Kelsey versus Anthony, and Ketchikan versus Brookings. Fun thing about this league, anything could happen in the playoffs because everybody makes it. We can see a Portsmouth-Wauwatosa finals.
Right, and yeah, we got very close, or at least we had one game where, what was the Anaconda? Was it? Was that the team that was the Mountain team last year? They were the ones that they were in the bottom, I believe, of their conference, and they beat the first seed, and so they made it to the semifinals, and so weird shit can happen.
And it was Kelsey's team beating Anthony's team.
Oh shit!
And this is happening again.
Oh man, some underlying storylines there. There we go. All right. Well, it's been fun, but we're gonna close out today's episode. I know that for the live stream, Matt kind of already went over the TCP stuff, but again, just for people who don't know, we've had we're gonna probably be focusing on Virtual Ball Boys Football League stuff for a bit. Unless there's something big in the football world that we want to do, and then maybe we'll go back to just regular football Virtual Ball Boys episodes. But for now, that's what's kind of going on with Virtual Ball Boys space. And again, the Game of Coop is a monthly show. We're going to be doing our E3 kind of like what games we were looking forward to this month, and of course, Doc of Shame's on the dock, on deck to. Doc is on the deck to get going again very soon, and Table Party, of course, will hopefully at some point be coming back to you soon as well. But for now, thank you all so much for listening. And we will see you in a couple of weeks.
Good night and good ball. Virtual Ball Boys has been brought to you by Team Chaos Productions. Find us on Twitter at Virtual Ball Boys and find more of our work at Team Chaos Pods.